So one of the things, as soon as somebody goes, can you give me advice on, pretty much my first response always is don't ever trust anybody else's advice because it's probably a bit dodgy and it may not be that useful and it's almost certainly not the truth. It's just their experience, which they've then gone, well, it happened to me. So let's just pretend that this is the universal truth. So take all advice with a significant pinch of salt would be my starting point around this. I'm going to say there are two things that so I'm going to give advice anyway. So I'm going to say there are two things that are part of that. The first is start behaving as if you're already in that role. So if you're, let's say, a manager and you want to become a director, or a director and you want to become a VP, just to use arbitrary titles, start behaving as if you're that VP already. So what does a VP look like and feel like and sound like and behavior like? And as soon as you step into that role, it becomes something that you see yourself more likely, and also that others around you start seeing yourself as stepping into that role. So I'd say that's part of it. I'd say a more powerful question to be wrestling with is, and this is actually one of the questions from the book, is to sit down and ask yourself, what do I want? Because it's very easy for us to kind of get into well, if I'm this role, then obviously the thing I want is the next role up. I want to step up because that's the thing. And that's not always the thing that you truly want. It just seems to be the most obvious next step on the path. And I think it's really powerful to be able to step back and go, well, who am I? What matters to me here? What do I care about? To talk about information that's from a previous book of mine, what's good work for me, but what's great work for me? And knowing that, what do I really want? Because the next step in the path can actually lead you just further into, actually, here's a better metaphor. If you're going to climb a mountain, make sure that you're climbing the right mountain. And it's too often we're like, look, I'm on a mountain. I'm just trying to get to the top of the mountain. And we get to the top of the mountain and go, yeah, wrong mountain. So as you're stepping up, go, A, what do I want? And if that thing is the next thing, or, regardless, it's like, okay, so start pretending you're that already. Start trying it on for size so that you believe it and others around you start to believe it as well.